Are we rolling? Yes, we are. Champions of Champions boxing talk here, folks. And today I'm going to talk about a gentleman who, when the history books are written, will go down as a legend in the sport, no question about it. Particularly for his ability to market himself and the fact that his defensive style was so difficult for opponents to break down. He is technically on record unbeaten. 49 fights, 49 victories. Make what you will of that. I think in the first Castillo fight, he was, soundly beaten, to be honest with you. But in the rematch, he avenged that, and credit to him. That man is Floyd Mayweather. Oscar De La Hoya, I thought, was a really close fight too. The first Marcus Maidana fight, whew. If Marcus Maidana was as big a name as Manny Pacquiao, I honestly believe he would have been given the win in that particular contest. But because, he was when I say the B side, he was the C side, let's face it, So when in doubt, I think Floyd got the scorecard victory there. But this video really is not about hating on Floyd Mayweather. The man has genius to him. Let's just be honest about it. Whatever you may think about this individual, what he's achieved is, staggering. He's a very wealthy man. For now. You see, I was always under the impression that Floyd Mayweather, everything about the guy was a masterful act. And that this guy was a business genius. And that as soon as he hung the gloves up, after the Andre Berto fight, you were going to see less of the entourage, less of the excess, and, shall we say, a more calculated, intelligent appearing human being. What happened to Floyd recently in Birmingham was, I believe his van was blown up during his tour here in the UK. That's one incident, but it's not the only one. Floyd Money Mayweather's house was robbed recently. Now, I'm absolutely astounded that people, particularly Floyd Mayweather fans or Flomos, can go around saying, Who did that to the man? Who did that? I don't swear often in these videos, but wake the fuck up, right? I know a guy personally who is not anywhere near Floyd Mayweather's level in terms of money, but he's had a little bit of success, shall we say. Now, he's doing well for himself, but let me tell you who he hangs around with. People that are not playing life on his level. And when I say that, I don't always mean by how wealthy and successful they are, but the mindset of these people. This individual I'm talking about hangs around with what life consider losers, bums. And what I'm saying there is, again, not because they're not worth $5 million or $100 million or 100,000 in the bank. It's the mindset of these people. Now, this individual, I'm not going to name names, but it does remind me of the Floyd Mayweather situation. His house got broken into, and items were stolen. First thing this guy did, he was looking all around him. When I catch the guy, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And all his so-called friends was sat in the living room saying, yeah. And when we get him, if we find out who it is, don't worry, we'll sort him out as well. And I'm sat at home thinking, the bastards in the living room that are talking to you has probably done it. The lowlives that you let get close to you have done it. Do you know the people that Floyd Mayweather is still hanging around with? Fucking hoes and whores and fucking jumped up pole dancers and some rappers that can't rap to save their life, and why they're in the charts I don't know. They're the kind of people that Floyd Mayweather is currently associating himself with, the same as this person that I'm referring to. And probably the money team right now is going all over Vegas with baseball bats thinking, right, when we catch this clown, he's history. Floyd, it's one of your own people in your own circles. Because let me tell you something. Does anybody believe that those whores and these so-called players that are hanging around with Floyd Mayweather think like Tony Robbins? Are these people loyal, for first of all? Successful, second of all? Examples in life, third of all? No, they are not. I'm shocked with Floyd Mayweather, to be honest with you. I thought he had these people when he was boxing, as I said, as a smokescreen, as an image. But God knows he's asleep in that mansion at night, and all them girls who basically are like pigs just with makeup put on them, they could be doing absolutely anything. Well, Floyd's asleep now, honey. The jewelry's in the cupboard. Come round. As I say, Floyd, wake up. These people don't care about you. Let's be honest, the fans don't care about you. The fans only care about boxers because they box and entertain us. That's the honest gospel truth. I mean, Floyd was 40 recently, and I saw clips of his 40th birthday party. And honestly, some of the people walking round, I think Fight Hype was there. I think Fight Hub was there, covering the event. I'd love to see Fight Hub get some of these people on the microphone and ask them, what did you think of Floyd's masterclass throughout the 36 minutes of the Canelo fight? What do you think Floyd used best that night to nullify Canelo? To the girl there dressed in, looking like a pole dancer. What did you make of that? Would they be able to tell you anything about Floyd Mayweather's career? Would they ever be able to tell you anything about Floyd Mayweather's character? No, they're only there because he's rich. Robert Garcia hit the nail on the head in the second Floyd Mayweather v Marcus Maidana fight. You know what he said? If this guy was broke, the only people that would be surrounding him would be invisible. In other words, nobody. Because when it comes down to it, as a human being, he's really no more special than you or I. The guy I was talking to before who's doing well, but again, I won't put him on Floyd's level, but the same principles apply. He once said to me, I've got more friends than you. And I looked at him and I said, you've got exactly the same number of friends that I've got. You're just surrounded by more people. There's a difference. I get lonely, but you're lonely when you're surrounded. That's Floyd Mayweather. Now, I don't know whether the incident in Birmingham with his vehicle being attacked is related, but it wouldn't surprise me. Because when you associate yourself with people on a lower level, mentally, physically, spiritually, success-wise, they get they either want to take what you've got because they feel like they have an entitlement. They're either envious of you but act like your best friend when they're really not. Then when you turn around, the knife goes in, doesn't it? That's what's happening to Floyd Mayweather. Now people say, well, what's it any concern of yours? If you're a Floyd Mayweather fan asking me that question, I can't believe it. Floyd Mayweather fans should be the first to want to protect him. But all they care about is his next fight or his next showbiz performance where he stands on the podium telling everybody he's TBE. That's all they care about. But there's a human being there, isn't there? Right? You should be all outside the Mayweather's gym, right? Telling Floyd to clear these people out. You know why? There's another serious issue. Now, I'm sure Floyd is taking care of Roger right now, who hasn't been very well. And Roger Mayweather, you know, he's a very interesting character, was a world champion himself, and he always amuses me, you know. He comes out with intelligent stuff, and he's a bit of a comedian too, so he comes across as a likable character, but he's not very well right now. Floyd, forget the pole dancers. Forget throwing money against girls' asses. That man is not very well. He shouldn't be 80% of your focus right now. He shouldn't be 90% of your focus right now. He should be 110% of it. He's your uncle. And not only is he your uncle and a character and an ex-world champion himself, unlike you, he was an offensive fighter who took a lot of punishment in the ring. Rightly or wrongly, that's how Roger fought his fights. Now, because Roger fought his fights in that way, he initially put the Mayweather name on a platform, therefore gave you the opportunity to take it to the next level. Right? He did not put that platform there for you to smack $100 bills on girls' asses and talk about fighting rappers and UFC fighters. Right? Also, I don't know what Floyd's relationship's like with his dad at the moment. Or his mother. But family should be your main concern, brother. Right? Family first. And not even these characters you're hanging around with second, because look what they're doing to you. Now, I respect what you did in the ring. I was never a particular, I wasn't really a Floyd Mayweather fan of the style. I preferred Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather's fighting style to Money. And Floyd himself actually said he wants his own stable of fighters to be more Pretty Mayweather, Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather, rather than Money Mayweather, right? But his accolades and his place in history is assured no matter what certain people think out there. But Floyd, it's lonely, isn't it, when you're surrounded by people that don't know you, don't want to know you, and just live off your image. In other words, how you package yourself. They think that Floyd Mayweather must be 24/7 Floyd Mayweather or all access Floyd Mayweather all day long. But he's a father, isn't he, as well? He's a son. He's a nephew. Floyd, grow up, man. This has got to stop. Do you see Sugar Ray Leonard is one of the greatest of all time. Roberto Duran is one of the greatest of all time. Now, Manny Pacquiao had a history of doing this nonsense early in his career, but that's all stopped. Notice the people that Manny Pacquiao is associating himself with. The top of the tree in his native country in the Philippines. Do you really think that Manny Pacquiao would start palling around with Miley Cyrus at strip clubs and Justin Bieber? Not much of a chance of it. Floyd, you beat Manny in the ring May 2nd, but you need to learn from him now because you've retired. If you're still somehow playing the money image, that's fine if you are going to take another fight. But if the show's over, get rid of these losers around you, mate. And I'm not talking about, you can have a broke friend who hasn't got much money, but they could be absolutely massive value to you in the things they say to you, the encouragement they give to you. That's the real value in having human beings around you. And if you ask them a serious question, they will give you an honest answer. But these guys are not. And these girls are certainly not. I walk past these girls a couple of times all throughout the year in Manchester, and I'm telling you, they want business. They've got big business where you are. That's all they're interested in. Floyd, as not a particular hardcore fan of yours, I'm starting to sound like one of the biggest fans you've got. There's me, and shout out to 78 Sports TV. He's saying the same things I'm saying. And I don't know whether 78 is a real big fan of yours or not. But he's speaking the truth. Simple as that. Floyd, family first, mate. Losers shouldn't even come into the equation. If you've got a millionaire around you that can help your business, they've got to be there. If you've got a friend that hasn't got much money but is invaluable to your mental health and your environment, think about your uncle, your children, everyone. The same rules apply. But the riffraff, the deadwood, clear it out. If there was an opponent in the ring that wasn't on your level, you would make it look that way. Start doing that in real life. Because we can't box and live off image forever. Now is where real life starts. And another thing. Stop talking about yourself in the build-up to Bundu Jack's fights. And Adrian Broner's. Talk more about your fighters. That's what Eddie Hearn does. And that's why Eddie Hearn is killing the game at the moment. You can too. You're smart enough. You're gifted enough. Start applying what you're really capable of outside the ring. And I guarantee you'll be just as successful as you were in the ring.